I speak to a lot of business owners and managers, some green, some very experienced, and I find that many simply do not understand the true financial position of their business. And you might be shocked to hear that. Some just don't ensure accurate, timely financial reporting. I mean, no P&L for months. Many others clearly don't understand the numbers put in front of them. Even the difference between revenue and gross profit eludes some of them. And plenty of others get lots of information but focus on entirely the wrong data when they do look at it. And I'm not being demeaning here. It took me years to fully grasp financial management, and I'm only mildly proficient now. I know that many people who run or own businesses have little or no financial training, but if you own or run a business, let me make it clear, you need to understand the numbers. And it's more than just being able to read a P&L. You must not allow yourself to get seduced by numbers you see on a spreadsheet either. Remember, it's not numbers, percentages or ratios you put in the bank. It's pounds or dollars. And so I find myself cautioning disbelieving owners celebrating a massive contract win, for example, that they need to reject the contract. But it's worth nearly £1 million, they say. We have to do it. No, you don't actually. In fact, you must not take it on at margins and payment terms that will cripple you. But this will grow our sales by 25%, they say. And what we lose on margin we'll make up on volume. It's a seductive but flawed argument. If you are losing money on a transaction, greater volumes of that transaction just mean you will lose more money more quickly. I've seen it many times. Usually the cash flow implications will do the damage before the crappy margins get to you. Look at it like this. Revenue is a blunt instrument when it comes to measuring business health. All revenue is not equal. We have to look at both margin and the cost of generating that revenue. So while it's obviously important to grow customers and sales, chasing revenue at the cost of all else is vanity and a potentially fatal decision. I've known companies with 50 million in sales who at the same time carry 5 million in debt and make annual profits of 100,000. I also know businesses with total revenue of 10 million who are debt free, have 2 million in the bank and make almost 2 million EBIT per annum. Which owner do you think sleeps better? Profit is a far more reliable indicator of business robustness, but profit on a P&L can be misleading too. A rigorous P&L will give you a snapshot of your business performance over a set period of time, and it will tell you whether your business model is working. But profit on a P&L statement is still a mirage. It's not real yet. You can't pay next week's wages with a set of financial statements, no matter what those statements say. You need cash. Cash is the love of your life, the one true friend, the one you can trust. Not everyone agrees, by the way. Many high flyers, much cleverer than me, have told me debt is good, using other people's money is smart, and cash in the bank is lazy money. Most of them are bankrupt now. Cash is reality. Make sure every deal you plan to do, every new strategy, every new hire is only ever agreed to once you know the cash implications. Most business meetings focus on revenue and paper profit. Yes, important, but always ask these three questions. How much cash do we have in the bank? What are our debtors and what are our liabilities? And what is the cash flow projection of this initiative? Cash is like oxygen. It's not what we live for, but if it runs out, you are sure as hell going to notice it. Believe me, I know from first-hand experience it's hard to build a business when you are constantly having to put on the metaphorical oxygen mask. Remember that old observation, revenue is vanity, profit is sanity, cash is reality. If you have any questions on this, book a complimentary 15-minute call with me at timewithshane.com. In those 15 minutes, we'll find out if you are good to go on your own or if you could use some help. I'm Shane Spears of Summit Scale Coaching. See you next time.